Shalom, 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 shalom. Just coming at you with a quick lesson. And, I know I hate using that word, but sometimes it is what it is. If it's quick, it's quick. If it's not, so be it. Um, just going to kind of begin here in Revelations 11 and 18, and it reads, "And the nations were angry, and the wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged. And that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth." We're living in incredible times. We're living in incredible times. We're literally, as the apostles have said quite some time ago, that the words are literally leaping off of the page. And it's a beautiful time to be here to witness and see the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai manifesting themselves. As always, I want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rahakwadash, and double honors to my apostles, elders, bishops, men of great millstone. Peace and salutations to the house of David, to the 144,000, to the men, women, and children scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, of the hopeful elect. To you I say shalom. As you can see, we're gonna do a quick um, look into a video that I stumbled across this morning. And, so we have our fair use. And before I do that, I'm going to hop down here because for us, full circle is Proverbs 9, beginning in verse 9. And it reads, "Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning." And this is all made possible through the fear of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. And our people don't get that. Our people don't understand that. And I'm gonna just forgive me for a moment, if you would. I'm gonna get something. Beat it. It's uncanny how these things I don't get it. Esau is on a rampage with this whole trying to make stuff just pop up, just keep popping up. You don't even click the button and he just, yeah, it's okay. His days are numbered.
Strong's H 6918. Kadosh. Kadosh. Second entry. Kadosh. Kadosh.
Kudash, sacred, holy, holy one, saint, set apart. And it's the word. His word is holy, you know? So, hey, the knowledge of this word, you know, is understanding. You know, scripture says, get wisdom, but with all thy getting, get understanding. To be able to implement and apply this word to your walk. You know, you have a lot of people, you know, they can recite and give you scripture, but they have no understanding on how to move according to these scriptures. And they move in ignorance. And when you move, you know, and they move in pride, honestly. And when you moving in pride, you know, no one can tell you anything. You know, when pride is your bridle, there's nothing that can be said to you to address anything. But I don't want to get off topic. And like I said, this is not a long one. Anyway, so as I stated, you know, normally when you see this, you know, we're going to be playing a quick video. So let's get right into it. You know, because hey, like I said, like we read in the beginning, the nations are mad, they're angry, and the time of judgment is coming upon, and is here. You know, we're in the time of judgment, and all of these people are basically solidifying their position in the judgment. You know, and when the time comes, all of you gainsayers, naysayers, scoffers, mockers, twisted truth tellers, there'll be no strong tower to run to. So let's get this. Let's get right into it. Video I came across this morning.
Name calling does not break the model. You go fight Iran. You go form an army and fight Iran. You go to Israel and fight us. We are American people. It's not our problem. And you're not going to convince us otherwise. We're done. Israel has been convincing us that their issues and their enemies in the Middle East are ours since the 80s. And all it's done is cost us trillions of dollars and tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of American lives. We are done. The deception is over. The game is over. And you're not going to insult us because we're done playing. You're not going to insult us because we're done with Israel's wars and done with you controlling the right-wing geopolitical discourse. We're done. And we're not going to be insulted. You've gone too far. Israel's time running our foreign policy is over. You go fight Iran. You go form an army and fight Iran. You go to Israel and fight us. We are American people. It's not our problem. And you're not going to convince us otherwise. We're done. Israel has been convincing us that their issues and their
enemies. Man, hey. So again, you know, hey, Jeremiah 51:30, and it reads. Let me see if I want to go up a little higher. Man, hey, Babylon is fixing to be taken down, but right now we're you know we're speaking on the you wish you were, you know, you've been impersonating a people, and now it's coming in, you know what I mean? Hey, that that thick clay, that heavy debt, that, you know what I mean, you've taken on Jerusalem, and now Jerusalem is becoming a burdenous stone unto you. This is Jeremiah 51:30, and it reads, "The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight." And we're gonna hop down real quick, grab that. Let's see what that word forborne. That is so annoying. I don't get it. Like you hit a button and this thing automatically is shoving me into a whole other page. But not gonna let you get on my nerves. So this is Strong's H2308.
Strong's H2308. Chadal. Chadal. And the form just below that, Chadel. Chadel.
And it reads to stop, cease, desist, forego, cease to be, leave, undone, forbear, to cease, come to an end, to cease, to leave off. And this is the state of the American male in this time when all hell is breaking loose. They're no longer eager and gung ho to go participate in something of someone else's doing. You know, people have begun to understand that it is the elites of this earth who have pushed for your children to go off and fight in these battles, fight in these wars, be killed, be maimed, be destroyed, rip families apart, you know, and for what? It has not been for the welfare of the people. It's been for the prosperous, for for these companies to just get richer. That's all that it's done. It hasn't given anybody anything wherewith they can say, okay, I've gained in this matter. You know, it hasn't done any of that. It's been nothing but these corporations, these companies gaining while everyone else loses. And basically, you know, hey, the men of Babylon, you know, I mean, when you consider what's been done to them, so the women are now, you know, manly and the men are womanly. You know, this place is literally the land of confusion, the land of stupidity, ignorance, debauchery, corrupt. It says, so the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might hath failed. They became as women. They have burnt their dwelling places. Her bars are broken. The Most High has been tearing this place apart from the inside out, man. And in a minute, it's going to come from the outside in to finish it off. And we understand, you know what I mean, the Wada Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai for great teachers. You know what I mean? For allowing our ears to hear the words that he gave to his men and not to these charlatans, to these, you know, false teachers, to these what do you call them, fly by nights, you know, to these seating, you know, to these men that have no, you know, hey, they're wolves in sheep's clothing, you know, and how many are subject to the words that they speak? Far too many, but just enough. The 2/3 must needs be to have a teacher as well, so that they can miss the mark. Because what it is not for them to know. You know, hey, people look right, Chris. Man, people look right by what was said. Why, man? Let me get that. Slovakia. You know, Christians especially, man. Christians look right by this. You know, Lord loves everybody. He died for everybody. He died for yours and my sins. Oh my goodness! But what did he say? But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Where did he? Hey, make the heart of this people, man, make their eyes heavy and their ears salaki. I'm probably, but I think I'm not quoting it correctly, but you know what it says. It says, "Blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear and have not heard them." That's not what I wanted. Salakia. I may have started up to, there we go. So let's jump in here. Same Matthew 13, and we're going to start at 9, and it reads, "Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given." So, man, so many of our people, man, it's not a gift that's been given to you. And whether Christian or knowing what your identity is, and then that's the extent of what you understand. You can't figure out the things that are required of you. You can't figure out what is the possibilities of this walk. You can't figure out how to conduct yourself. You can't, because it wasn't given to you. And it for damn sure wasn't given to anybody outside of Jacob. That's just not part of the equation. But you let these people convince you of whatever you want them to convince you of. That's on you. But let's get back up here. It says, so hey, the so-called mighty men of Babylon, hey, they're not ready for fighting. They're not going to be ready to go into the Indo-Pacific. They're not going to be ready to do anything else, because the whole world is now seeing the barbaric nature of Amalek. The whole world is still under the impression, because they listen to these people and they think, oh, okay, so they said these people are Amalek. They said, we know that dude stood up and deferred a couple years back, declaring the Palestinians to be to be Amalek. Talk about deference. Talk about putting off something. You know what I mean? The kettle calling the pot black, because the men of the Lord have been letting everybody know who the Amalekites are, and the world has always known. And then this is, man, I'm not even going to get into the H, man. Because he knew, and his people knew, and they knew who the real Israelites were as well. The gig is up. The jig is up, boys. Time to scatter. Time to scatter. But hey, continuing on, we're staying in Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah 50 and 45. And it reads, "Therefore hear ye the counsel of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purpose that he hath proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Hey, it doesn't matter whether or not you want to fight. It doesn't matter whether or not what you want to do. The tentacles of the of the nickel hats, the tentacles of the you wish people, man, they're fully in and about everything in this land. They control in and everything. And it's too late. They've already got these tentacles around your necks, and there's nothing that you can do about it except either do what you're told or get choked out. You're not going to pull yourself out. You are going to be drawn in. According to the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you will be drawn into these things. There's no escaping it. There's no running from it. There's no escaping it. There's none of that. The plan is that you go out with your co-conspirator. You know, hey, Babylon has been a golden cup. Dude, no, I'm tired of, man, no. Salakia, y'all. So, hey, this is just a, I wanted it to be a quick lesson, and man, hey, Babylon is going to fight. Whether or not these men want to or not, they're going to be made to fight because they're not going to have a choice. Hamagadwan is going to happen. These things are already fully in motion. They've already begun. And there's no reverse on this thing. They may slow it down for a moment, but only so that the continuation of the prophecies may be fulfilled. So, again, I just wanted to touch that video. It's just, Lord willing, it was edifying. Just a couple of scripts, and that, hey, nothing new. All of the brothers, the men, you know what I mean? Hey, they've been bringing it forward. They've been bringing it forward daily, constantly. We are in these times. So without further ado, this is Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, and it reads, "Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter, the full circle, the beginning and the end." What's the beginning? Fear of the Lord. What's the conclusion? Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory once again to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Raha, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the bishops of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the 144,000 in the house of David, and to the men, women, and children scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. To you, I say shalom.